Right now, somewhere in the United States, someone is signing paperwork on a basic crossover that costs $38,000. Add insurance, fuel, monthly payments, and a couple of unexpected repairs, and that vehicle is going to cost somewhere between $800 and $1,000 a month to keep on the road. For someone who is retired or getting close to it, that is a serious number to carry every single month for years. Meanwhile, in Australia, the UK, Mexico, and across Latin America and the Middle East, Chinese automakers are selling SUVs with comfortable seats, wide camera systems, long warranties, and straightforward controls for prices that would be difficult to believe if you were standing in a US showroom, not stripped-down economy boxes. Actual family-sized crossovers with automatic emergency braking and warranty coverage that put some Japanese and Korean brands to shame. Here's the part that matters right up front. None of these vehicles are officially sold at American dealerships today. Tariffs, safety certification requirements, federal trade restrictions, and concerns about connected vehicle technology have made it extremely difficult for Chinese automakers to enter the US market. This video is not going to pretend otherwise, and it is not going to encourage anyone to try importing one privately. The legal, registration, insurance, and parts obstacles alone make that a bad idea for most people. What this video will do is show you what is being offered overseas, what it actually costs, and why it matters. Understanding what exists internationally makes you a sharper buyer, no matter what you end up purchasing at home. One more thing before we get started. The number one SUV on this list does something unusual. It combines a genuinely comfortable seating position, easy entry and exit, predictable ownership costs, and serious warranty protection at a price that is hard to argue with. You will want to see that one. If you want honest car buying advice that can actually save you thousands, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Number 5. Changan CS55. Plus, Changan is one of the largest automakers in China, and it has maintained a real dealer presence in Mexico for several years. The CS55 Plus is a 5-seat compact crossover that starts from around 1,139,900 pesos in Mexico. At current exchange rates, that works out to a large figure on paper, but import duties and local taxes heavily inflate the price in that market. The same vehicle in its Chinese domestic trim starts at approximately 107,000 yuan, which converts to around $16,000 to $17,000 US dollars. In other Latin American markets, pricing tends to land somewhere between those 2 points. The comparison that matters is not the raw number, but the fact that buyers in those regions get a well-equipped mid-sized crossover for noticeably less than equivalent alternatives from Japanese or Korean brands in the same market. The CS55 Plus earns its spot here for practical reasons. It sits at a useful crossover height that lets most adults step into the seat without climbing or crouching. Doors open wide and the roofline gives adequate headroom without ducking. Cargo capacity is around 475 liters with the seats up, expanding substantially when they fold. The 2025 model includes a 12.3-inch touchscreen alongside physical climate controls, which is a meaningful distinction. Physical buttons for temperature and fan speed are far easier to manage while driving than buried touchscreen menus, and that matters on every single trip. Power comes from a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. It runs on regular gasoline. Dual-clutch transmissions can feel hesitant at very low city speeds, which is a known characteristic of that type of gearbox rather than a defect. Service intervals are set at every 12 months or approximately 6,200 miles. Confirmed safety equipment in available markets includes automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assistance, and rear parking sensors. The main drawback is straightforward. There is no U.S. service network, no official parts supply, and no warranty support on American soil. That is a real limitation, not a minor footnote. Number 4. Omoda. 5. Omoda is a brand under Chery, one of China's largest automakers. The Omoda 5 launched in the UK in 2023 and grew quickly. By the end of 2025, Omoda had registered nearly 20,000 vehicles in the UK alone, outselling several established European names in its segment. In the UK, the revised 2025 Omoda 5 starts from around $23,190, which converts to approximately $30,000 to $31,000 in US dollar terms at current rates. In Australia, entry-level pricing starts around $2460, roughly $13,000 to $14,000 US dollars, with higher trims pushing upward. This price is based on the markets where the vehicle is currently sold. A Nissan Qashqai in the UK costs more than $6,000 above the Omoda's starting point for comparable equipment. The Omoda 5 is a mid-sized crossover sold at small car prices, which is its core appeal. The seating position is at a comfortable height, and the doors open to a generous angle. Visibility is good forward and to the sides, though the rear pillars are wide, making the standard rear camera and parking sensors useful rather than optional extras. A 360-degree camera is available on higher trims and is genuinely helpful for navigating tight parking spaces. The 2025 revision addressed early complaints about ride quality. Updated suspension geometry and steering are confirmed by UK automotive reviewers as meaningful improvements, though the ride still falls short of class leaders. The hybrid variant introduced in early 2026 is noticeably quieter under normal driving than the original petrol model. Standard UK equipment includes automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assistance, adaptive cruise control, and a rear camera. All Omoda 5 models carry a 7-year 100,000-mile warranty, matching what Kia and MG offer. The honest concern is that Omoda is too new to appear in long-term owner reliability surveys. American buyers should view this as a preview of how aggressively Chinese automakers are competing overseas, but the brand's track record is still being written. Number 3. MG ZS. The MG name is familiar to older American drivers from the British sports car years. Today, the MG brand is owned by Sewais, one of China's largest state-backed automotive groups, and the vehicles are designed and manufactured in China. The current ZS shares nothing mechanical with the original British cars. It competes on its own terms as a modern compact crossover. In the UK, the 2025 MG ZS starts from around $20,245, converting to approximately $26,000 to $27,000 US dollars. A hybrid version is available at a higher price point. This price is based on the UK market. A Toyota CHR or Kia Sportage in the same market costs several $1,000s more. The ZS earns its position here for a few practical reasons. The cargo area measures 443 liters with seats up, expanding to over 1,400 liters with them folded. The rear door opening is wide and the load lip is low, reducing effort when putting heavier items in the trunk. Physical controls for climate remain alongside the central display. The hybrid variant delivers real-world fuel efficiency that reviewers consistently place between 40 and 45 miles per gallon, strong for a crossover in this class. Service intervals are every 15,000 miles or 1 year, longer than many competitors, meaning fewer trips to the dealership for scheduled maintenance. The 7-year, 80,000-mile warranty is among the most competitive terms in the segment. The concern worth stating plainly is reliability. MG finished at the bottom of a major UK owner satisfaction survey in 2024. The new generation ZS was not yet included in that survey, so the data does not directly apply to the current model. But it is a flag worth knowing about, because a long warranty is most valuable when the vehicle does not constantly need to use it. If that track record gives you pause, the next SUV on this list has been in one market long enough to build a genuine ownership base and a real service infrastructure. Number 2. Haval Jolion. Great Wall Motors' Haval brand has earned a real position in the Australian small SUV market, sitting alongside Toyota, Mazda, Kia, and Hyundai as a legitimate choice rather than a novelty. That says something about what the vehicle actually delivers. In Australia, the 2025 Haval Jolion starts at approximately $23,990, converting to roughly $15,000 to $16,000 US dollars. Hybrid versions go up to around $37,990. This price is based on the Australian market where the vehicle is currently sold. A Mitsubishi ASX or Nissan Juke starts several thousand Australian dollars higher for comparable equipment. The Jolion is available in a conventional 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol version and a full hybrid that uses a dedicated hybrid transmission requiring no plug-in charging. The hybrid produces 140 kilowatts combined and delivers real-world fuel consumption that Australian reviewers consistently place between roughly 36 and 43 miles per gallon. That is meaningful efficiency for everyday use without needing to find a charging station. The seating position is comfortable and accessible. Cabin windows are reasonably large, giving good forward and side visibility. Standard safety equipment includes automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, rear parking sensors, and a rear camera. The 5-star ANCAP safety rating from 2022 testing provides an independently verified baseline. What sets the Jolion apart from an ownership cost standpoint is the service structure. Great Wall offers a 7-year unlimited kilometer warranty in Australia, paired with 5 years of capped price servicing. Capped price servicing means the dealer publishes a maximum cost for each scheduled maintenance visit before you book. You know what you will pay before you hand over the keys. Service intervals are every 12 months or approximately 9,300 miles. Roadside assistance is included for 5 years when dealer servicing is maintained. The limitation for American readers is the same as the others. Outside of markets with an established Haval dealer network, parts and service availability becomes a practical issue. Number 1 takes everything on this list and raises it further. This is the vehicle that changes the math most dramatically. Number 1. BYD Auto. 3. BYD is the largest electric vehicle manufacturer in the world by volume. The company builds its own batteries, its own motors, and a significant share of its own components in-house. The Auto 3 is a fully electric compact SUV on sale in Australia since 2022, where it became the country's second best-selling electric vehicle. It also sells across Europe, the UK, Southeast Asia, and several other international markets. You cannot officially buy this model at a US dealership today. In Australia, the 2025 BYD Auto 3 starts at $39,990 for the base essential variant, which converts to approximately $26,000 to $27,000 US dollars. The extended range premium version reaches $44,990, or roughly $29,000 to $30,000 US dollars. This price is based on the Australian market. A Toyota RAV4 hybrid in Australia starts at a considerably higher price point. The Auto 3 competes in the same category at a meaningfully lower cost. The Auto 3 earns the top spot because of what electric drivetrain ownership does to the maintenance equation. There is no engine oil to change, no transmission fluid, no timing belt, no spark plugs. The drivetrain is a single-speed motor driving the front wheels through one of the simplest mechanical layouts in the industry. The braking system uses regenerative braking, which recovers energy under deceleration and significantly extends the life of the conventional brake pads. BYD's recommended service interval for the Auto 3 is every 12 months or approximately 2,500 miles, and the service visit is primarily a safety inspection rather than a fluid replacement session. Tires and cabin air filters are the most common recurring costs. The LFP blade battery is warranted for 8 years or 160,000 kilometers, with BYD guaranteeing at least 70% of original capacity at the end of that period. Lithium iron phosphate chemistry resists degradation under daily charging cycles better than other common lithium battery types, which matters for long-term ownership. The base variant offers a claimed WLTP range of around 345 kilometers, approximately 215 miles. The extended range version claims around 420 kilometers, or about 260 miles. Real-world range will vary with speed, temperature, and load. The vehicle holds a 5-star ANCAP safety rating. Standard safety equipment includes automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, rear cross-traffic alert, lane keeping assistance, and a 360-degree surround view camera. That surround camera is practically useful for any driver who wants precise visual confirmation when maneuvering in a crowded parking lot or tight driveway. From a comfort standpoint, the Auto 3 sits at a practical SUV height with doors that open wide. The driver's seat offers 6-way power adjustment. The cabin is quiet on the move in a way only electric vehicles can achieve, with no engine noise at highway speeds. For drivers who find long drives tiring partly because of constant engine and road noise, that is a genuine and measurable quality of life benefit. The trunk holds 440 liters with rear seats in place, expanding to 1,140 liters folded flat. The drawbacks need to be stated plainly. Charging infrastructure in the United States is improving, but remains inconsistent depending on where you live. Electric vehicles require access to charging, and that is a real constraint for some buyers, particularly in rural areas or for those without home charging capability. If a major component requires repair outside of warranty coverage, costs can be substantial, and long-term ownership data over 10 or more years simply does not exist for this vehicle yet. These 5 SUVs tell a consistent story about what the international car market looks like right now. Chinese automakers are offering real products, meaningful warranty coverage, genuine safety equipment, and practical features at prices that undercut established competitors by a significant margin in the markets where they compete freely. That does not mean every Chinese vehicle is the right choice for every buyer. Resale value, parts availability, the quality of the local service network, and long-term reliability all matter. On some of those measures, the track record is still thin. A low purchase price paired with poor service support can end up costing more than a pricier vehicle with a strong dealer network would have. The BYD Auto 3 is the strongest overall package on this list, combining low scheduled maintenance costs, serious warranty protection, a full safety suite, and a quiet, accessible cabin at a competitive price. For someone who wants the simplest possible day-to-day experience with a gasoline engine and predictable service costs, the Haval Jolion, with its capped price servicing and unlimited kilometer warranty, is the most straightforward option. Which of these Chinese SUVs would you consider if it were officially available in the United States? Drop your answer in the comments below. If this video gave you something useful, hit the like button and subscribe so you do not miss the next one.